But look, let's move on now because we've seen footage emerge today. Thousands of people have taken part in mass pro-Palestine protests around the country. But in particular, we saw Vision, Caroline, in Melbourne when they were blocking traffic. We're talking peak hour traffic, blocking traffic, making disruptions. What are they hoping to achieve here, Caroline?
I'm not sure, but I have never understood how anyone thinks that this kind of behaviour is going to ingratiate people to your cause, because you ruin everyone's day. And as I've said on this show and across Sky for I'm not quite sure how long or how many times, you have a right to protest. You do not have a right to ruin everyone's day. You do not have a right to stop traffic. You do not have a right to, we saw that incident in Sydney a couple of weeks back where that lady had to give birth on the side of the road because she was stuck in traffic because of one of these protests. You do not have that right. And here in Perth today, we had Unionists for Palestine down at the Fremantle port. They were protesting an MSC vessel because something Israel. Makes absolutely no sense to me. And then tomorrow, as you well know, they go and put on a different T-shirt and they're protesting some other rubbish cause. And they keep doing that.
Yeah, professionals. I perhaps would say to them, go and find yourself an actual job and work 9 to 5, like the rest of us do. Freya, what are they looking to achieve here?
This is the thing. We can't actually call them pro-Palestine. Because they're not pro-Palestine, they're anti-Israel and they're anti-Jew. If they were pro-Palestine, they would be calling for Hamas to dismantle and surrender and release the hostages, because that is the only way to achieve a permanent ceasefire. They would call for Iran to stop funding terrorist proxies around the Middle East, destabilising the region, targeting innocent civilians. They would be calling for Hamas to leave the UN schools, to leave the churches, the mosques, the hospitals, leave those to the civilians.
Exactly.
But they're not. You don't even hear them condemning Hamas because it's all about Israel. And that's why we can't call them pro-Palestinian. They're anti-Israel. And why are they anti-Israel? Well, I would hypothesize it's probably because they're anti-Jew.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a very good way to look at it, a very, very good point. I mean, it's just extraordinary. We see this all the time.